Hey, what's up everybody? It's Dave. It's August, it's hot, and the blower fan on my Q5 stopped working the other day. So I got no air coming through, which is brutal. I checked the fuse is good. So I think we need to get this blower fan out of the car, take a look at it, see if we can figure out what's going on with it, maybe bench test it and see if we can't get it working again. So first things first, we've got to get the glove box out of the way. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are. We've got the blower motor. It's tucked in behind the glove box. So if you come in here down the footwell and you look up, you've got, here's a kind of a foam insulation cover. There are some finger screws, 3 of them that hold this in. Someone's been in here before me. My finger screws are gone, but it pops right out. And actually there's the blower motor right there. There's your cabin filter as well. So now we've got that off. And again, I'll back out so you can see where I'm coming from. You're coming in. And you look straight up. And you got an 8mm bolt right there. And another 8mm bolt on this side. So there's 2 8mm bolts coming straight up. There's another 7 in the glove box. We've got one in the back there, 7mm. Another one up on the ceiling, up in there. And then you've got, let me get some light in here. And then you've got 7 here. You got 1, 2, they go straight up. Third one straight up, and then 2 more again straight up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in the back. One kind of up, tucked away like that, and the other one just straight shot to get to. And then there's also one other screw right behind this cover. So let me get that cover off and show you where that is. So you come in here, you pop this cover off. This is where your fuses are, and you've got this 8mm bolt as well. So if you take all of those off, then this glove box will come out of the way and expose the motor that we're trying to get to. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take these fasteners off. Here we'll get at them with this. And we got these 2 in the back. Side. And then this whole thing now is free to come out. I've got one lamp down here, connector. I think it's a lamp. And disconnect that. And then I'm going to leave this other harness connected. And I'm just going to set this aside like that. And now I can work in here. So let me get you a shot from this angle. Okay, with the glove box out of the way, now we can see up in here pretty good. We got plenty of room to work. We've got, here's our blower motor right here. It has a resistor that makes it work at different speeds. We've got the power to it right here. I want to unplug this power connector. Come on. 2 big heavy wires. Got to remove this resistor It's got a couple, I don't know what size these are. I'm using 7/32 because a 5mm didn't fit, 6mm didn't fit. I don't know what it is, but this will get the job done. So we got 2 screws to take this resistor out. This is one. And the other one is tucked up right there. Take that out. And now I think this resistor will come down. Okay, here it is. Yep. Alright, so we'll let the resistor hang out of the way. We've got some foam insulation. A piece of foam insulation behind it. Okay, and now so now this thing will just twist out. But we've got this little tab right here. You see my thumb is? If you pull that down, it will free it to turn. And now the motor comes right out. So let's get this over to the bench and take a look at it. Alright, so here we are comfortably sitting at the bench with this thing. It's hot. It's a Sunday. I'm cracking a beer. So this doesn't turn very freely, which I think maybe we're just having trouble starting because it's kind of dirty, I think, and squeaking. I see this insulation, which should come off, and it does. So we've got 2 screws on the bottom of it. I'd like to take this fan off, but I don't see exactly how that comes off yet, or if it does. But I think this thing should spin a lot freer than it does now. Don't know what these things do, so I'm not going to jump right into taking those out. I mean, it does look kind of dirty in there. And I'm sure there are a couple of bearings. I don't know how this fan is on here yet, though. If that's pressed in. Like I said, I don't want to break it. I'm going to try and take some electrical spray cleaner and spray this thing out. I'm almost tempted to use brake cleaner, but I don't know if brake cleaner plays nice with plastic, so I'm not going to go directly with brake cleaner. But let me try some electrical spray cleaner. Alright, let me get some cardboard down so I'm not making too big of a mess. And I'm just going to spray with some of this stuff. And we'll see if this might clean things and get it to spin easier or faster with less resistance on it. I don't know, but this is going to be my first step. Get my beer out of the way. And I don't know how. Stick the straw deep in there. Spray as much as I can. And then a little compressed air. Alright, that's cleaning things up a little bit. I really would like to get this plastic fan out, but let me try cleaning a little more in here. Oh, still stops pretty quickly. I think that should spin more than that. I don't know though, so let's take a break and consider other options. Alright, so where the harness comes in, we've got this that I can open up, and let me spray some cleaner in here as well. I don't know yet, still working on it. Alright, let's try these T25s. Alright, here we are. More area that I can clean. You know, probably replacing this thing wouldn't be a bad idea. But, you know me, I don't like replacing things right off the bat. So let's clean this up a little bit more. Clean the brushes on the rotor. Alright. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. I can't get this plastic fan off without potentially breaking it. I don't want to do that. I think it's squeaking, most likely because of the bearings. This back bearing seems like there's some rust on it, and it was quite dirty. So let me put some penetrating oil on it and let it soak in there a little bit. And there's a bearing on the front as well that I really can't see. But I'm going to try to get some penetrant in there as well. Alright, that got on the bearing. And we'll give that a spin. See if that doesn't free things up a little bit. I'm going to put some of my favorite fluid film in here. Kind of let that work its way in there. And let me see if I can get a little bit on this other bearing in here. Alright, so I lubricated the bearings to try to get the squeak out of it. It may be spinning a little better. Hopefully, I got it quite a bit cleaner. Maybe we plug it in, and turn it on, and see what it does in the car. Yeah, let me try that. Alright, so I plugged it back in to the car, and I'm going to turn the ignition on. Let's see what happens, if anything. I'm trying to change the speed of it, which I think I'm able to do. That's low. Okay, all the way down to really, really low. I don't hear any squeaking. Alright, you know what? Spinning pretty fast. It's not squeaking. All the way down to super low. No squeak. So let me try to reassemble this thing, put it back in. Alright, so it seemed to work. I mean, I don't know, you might consider just replacing it, but getting to it wasn't all that bad. And I don't like replacing stuff if I think I can get it working. So we'll keep an eye on this thing. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll put it back in the car. We'll see how much air it throws and if it's squeaking and if it starts. And well, I know it'll start because I just plugged it in. But we'll see if it squeaks, makes noise, or whatever. And so now it's just a reassemble. What else we got? Insulation. Alright, it's ready to go back in. Alright, so this goes in pretty easily. You know, the motor goes in with a little twist and it locks in place with that locking tab. Resistor, 2 screws, a connector. And while I'm in here, I'm going to change the cabin filter, which is right above this white cover. And this white cover comes off like that. And then the cabin filter comes out like that. And let's get a new cabin filter for in there. Okay, now the assembly is just the reverse of the disassembly. We've got a connector here. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so here we are. Got everything all back together again. Glove box is in. Everything's all set. And now we're going to try the fan. Fan is working fine. Even at mid-range, it's silent. It's not making any noise, no squeaking, no nothing. And you know, I changed that filter, cabin filter, and the whole time I've owned this car, there was never really a lot of air blowing through these vents. But look at this thing now. I mean, there's air blowing out of these things like no one's business. So I don't know, part of it is because I cleaned up and lubricated that fan that's maybe spinning faster, and that cabin filter, which is now fresh and clean. But the combination of both of those things got the motor quiet, silent, working, and working well. So I think we're all set there. That was kind of interesting. I was able to get out of that without having to replace a blower motor, and I always like that. So hope you enjoyed that. If so, consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching.